And we're live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Lex Alexis for a live stream. We've not done one, pretty much since the last game week with Leeds and Millwall. We are back with our contribution today to the madness that has been Good Friday. We are going to be previewing the last game of this game week, Watford versus Leeds. We've already been spoiled enough with brilliant coverage from Benjamin Bloom and Matt SB today, and upon others as well, who've covered all the championship from the early midday till now. But now it's my turn to hold the baton to represent the championship YouTubing community, and we need to go through the very small matter of Leeds potentially getting top of the championship. Watford Leeds. Watford, it'll be their first game, or Tom Cleverley's first game at home actually since becoming the interim manager. And for Leeds, they've got a great opportunity to not only become first in the table, but to get some breathing space off Leicester. 3 points of it, in fact. So this is really, 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 really exciting. So who's here? A couple of you here. Blue Terrier, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. And Wallace and Gromit fan, welcome to the stream as well. Had some crazy results. Watchalong fan talked about Wrexham beating Mansfield. Yeah, that's a huge result. Third versus second in League Two. It strengthens Wrexham's grip for getting automatically promoted. MK Dons aren't out of it because I think they won as well, but they have played a couple of games more than Wrexham have. And Wrexham do have a bit of breathing space now, but danger signs for Mansfield. Could we see a small slip for them? Stockport with an emphatic win over Forest Green today means that they are now looking ever more comfortable in winning League Two and going back to League One, which I believe they've been in League One before, but it would have been a long while ago when they did. We don't talk about the game Matt covered. Oh, I wonder why. Yeah, so it was absolutely madness today. We've had 3 live games. This is the 3rd live game we are having today. So we saw Bristol City against Leicester. Bristol City picking up all 3 points with Anis Mehmeti with the only goal of the game. It's a brilliant strike in the end, but how Leicester didn't score at least one with the chances they had beats me. But definitely a team at the moment that are not looking as confident as they were. Then, just now, we saw Blackburn versus Ipswich. Honestly, I watched the first half, but I already knew that in the second half it was going to have to be a matter of Ipswich holding on. They did exactly that. Probably a bit of fortune going on their side, but they do pick up 3 points and get the job done and prevent for what happened last time they were in this position in their last away game against Cardiff. So, positive signs on that front with the result. Maybe not with the performance per se, but a win is a win, and they will absolutely take it. It's now, now or never now against Southampton in their next game for them. And then right now we have Watford versus Leeds, where Leeds, again, to reiterate, have the opportunity to get not only back to first place in the championship, but to get some breathing space from Leicester. We had a lot more chances than Coventry controlled the game, but our decision making was woeful and lacked quality within the final third. There were some big chances that Huddersfield had. I just think Coventry found a way to still get the results in the end, and I think that's a really good sign that if you can get a team that don't necessarily need to play their absolute best but still find a way to win, and I think that is what we are definitely seeing with this Coventry side now. You do wonder, is this luck going to continue for Coventry potentially? I mean, I'm probably not going to call it luck. I think in the end, Coventry earned it, but I do think Huddersfield actually gave an all right account of themselves actually in that game, and definitely the scoreline, I think, definitely didn't quite reflect, I think, the full game as a whole. So if Huddersfield carry the way that they are, all they need is to improve the results, really. That's really all they needed to do, and then they should be the key word, still do just about enough to survive. I mean, it's a big day in the bottom part of the table. We had Millwall picking up a great point against West Brom. We had Stoke winning today, which was probably a bit of a shock. Bit of pressure on Liam Rosenior at the moment. What do you guys think about that? With some really big pressure on Rosenior at the moment. I think it's their home form that's definitely not taken a bit of a low dive quite recently. We also saw we nearly saw Plymouth pick up something. They eventually managed to lose their game, with Norwich picking up all 3 points in the end, but they did lead in that game, and they probably should feel that they would have wanted to, just try and hold on just that little bit more. And then I can't remember if there was any others. Sheffield Wednesday drew, where I think they really should have won that game against Swansea based on what I've seen. And yeah, QPR. But I knew there was another one that had a big win today, and now it's QPR against Birmingham, where honestly, that game, madness. Could have gone either way, but sometimes you just need a moment which you don't even expect. Jimmy Dunn scoring it reminds me of the Glenn Johnson goal, that infamous one. And honestly, it was absolutely sublime. And you just need a rare moment of quality like that to drag your team away from danger. And they've done exactly that. It's now just a question to see if the teams around them will also pick up points as well. But quite a bad day for the actual bottom three themselves. Rotherham losing 3-0. They're not mathematically down, but they're basically down now. Their head is already in League One. And yeah, Sheffield Wednesday throwing that lead against Swansea. And then for Huddersfield, losing the way they did against Coventry. So pretty bad day for the general bottom three. But some good days for some of the bottom 8 teams in the Championship. Shouldn't have played Buzurg or Karoma. Jones had Bidwell on strings when he came on, and Healy looks like a really good player. Yeah, but I wanted to see more of Healy. He looked a little bit promising when I saw glimpses of him, so maybe he's earned potentially a chance to start games. I don't know. I definitely would be considering the first starting 11, because I do think the second half Huddersfield stuck with it and they really gave a good plan of themselves actually. So I think definitely Coventry looked pretty confident first half, but second half it definitely could have been a game that could have flipped over, but I just don't think Huddersfield capitalised on their form. So that is my thoughts. So let's go to the capture now and we can see what is going on with the table. Ipswich at the summit. I cannot believe I'm saying this. And I'm going to exclusively say, I'm going to regret saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway because this is quite important. I've made a bet, which is never a good sign. I've made a bet that I was very confident that Ipswich would not be winning the Championship overall. I still stand by that because I think the last couple of fixtures are very, very tough. Ipswich have still got 3 away games to play, which are against Norwich, Hull and Coventry. So 3 very tough away games, personally. And I said if Ipswich, the bet is Ipswich winning the Championship. And I'm adamant in my workplace that they won't. And I agreed if Ipswich do win the Championship, I would shave my head to a buzz cut. Yep, you heard it right. I would actually get a buzz cut if Ipswich win the Championship. They're currently first, but that can change within an hour and a half's time if Leeds pick up a result against Watford. I'm telling you, if Leeds do not pick up a result, I'm actually going to start getting really, really nervous. Now, they have played 1 game more, Ipswich, than Leicester. Leeds obviously are going to play their extra game now. So it's still not mathematically impossible for Leicester to still overtake Ipswich because of their game in hand against Southampton. But it's now made things really, really interesting at the top of the table. And if you look at that bottom 8 still, I've got to say, Millwall and Stoke both being on 44. They've now extended the bottom 3 by 5 points, which is really, really good for them. Plymouth in danger and Blackburn. I said that Blackburn are in danger, and my bottom 3 were Rotherham, Blackburn and Birmingham. And that could really turn out to be the case at this moment with the way things are going. Because those teams are already struggling with form, and the other 3 teams, QPR, Stoke and Millwall, they are still picking up wins when they need to. So it's going to be manic. So what we're going to do as well, we're going to cover the starting 11s. Thank you everyone tuning in. Everyone do give your predictions in the comments down below. I would be really, really interested to see what you're predicting for this game. So in the live chat, do comment your predictions. So Watford have gone for Daniel Batman. A back five by the looks of things. You've got Andrews, Ryan Porteous, Sirielta, Pollock, Jamal Lewis. You've got Yesa Espria, Edo Kayembe, Tom Dilly Bashiru, Vakun Isubayo, and the lone striker will be Emmanuel Dennis. Leeds have gone for Melier. They've gone for a back four with Byron, Cooper, Joe Rodon, and Archie Gray. Then you've got a double midfield pivot of Ampadu and Glenn Kamara. And then it's that same front four that we typically would see, actually, although with a little bit of change. So Dan James is starting ahead of Winnie and Nonto. So that would be potentially like a small difference there in the typical top four. But it is still a ridiculously high quality top four. Watford's bench looks like this. You've got Martins, Rajovic, Greaves, Jane Livermore, Chakvatazde, I think that's how you say that name. Sorry if it's not. Tom Ince and Ishmael Kone with James Moyes and Ben Hamer, of course, in goal. Leeds looks like this. You've got Carl Darlow on the bench. You've got Furpo, Cresswell, Shackleton, Jaden Anthony, Crew, Joel Pirro, Joe Gelhart, and Matteo Joseph. Yeah, so a big one for me. Yeah, Bamford starting over Joel Pirro. Quite an interesting one, actually. But honestly, those front fours that Leeds do have the potential in bringing out, it's absolutely insane. It really, really is. Okay, we've got less than 2 minutes before kickoff now. I'm going to get my timer ready. Let's see if any of you left any predictions. What's going fans saying 3-0 Leeds. Blue Terrier saying 3-1 Leeds as well, even though he doesn't really want to say Leeds will win, but they will. He thinks they will. I've gone for 2-0 Leeds, I think. I don't think it was as one-sided as a lot of you are putting it down. I think Watford will make things quite interesting and tight. But you do get that feeling that just Leeds will have the quality to win it at the end. It's just a matter of how they're going to do it. Paul, welcome to the stream. I am doing very well, Paul. How are you? You are predicting 4-0. Interesting, to say the least. And brilliant result for Bristol City. Oh, absolutely a brilliant result. And a brilliant result not only for Bristol City, but for the other teams chasing promotion. That's a huge opportunity for Southampton especially, but they lost out today. They didn't lose the game, just to correct myself. They drew it, but leading for so long of that game. And Emmanuel Latela with a late equaliser in the 90th minute. Wow. So, Watford are going to start with kickoff. It is going to be Emmanuel Dennis. That is going to be doing the kickoff. There we go. So, Watford have now kicked things off for us. The first half is now just underway. Everyone, if you've not left your predictions yet, please do so in the live chat. I'd love to see it. Hector, welcome to the stream. Good evening to everyone and happy Good Friday to everyone in this stream as well. This is going to be my contribution to the Good Friday madness because we've already had 3 championship games. This is the third, well, we've had 12, but this is the third live championship game that is currently taking place at the moment. And this is my contribution to the madness. I've been pretty busy all day actually, but I have been keeping a very close eye on the scores, and I will eventually look at the highlights. And when am I going to do my score predictions video? That's another thing. Do I do it tonight? I might. I'll tell you what I might do regarding the predictions video. I think I'm going to do the graphics tonight, and then I'm going to record afternoon because I've got work in the morning, but I can record in the afternoon and maybe release it early evening-ish tomorrow. So yeah, potentially within less than 24 hours from now, we will get our next championship set of predictions for week 40. Right, it's Watford who are now on attack currently at the moment. Leeds with a bit of defending to do. Somerville trying to track back against Archie Gray. Gray's done. What a tackle by Archie Gray. Brilliant stuff. But Watford have won a throw-in. Well, yeah, well, this is the 12th game. Yeah, this is the 12th game. Yeah. Thanks for correcting me there. Yeah, Wrexham, well done. Yeah, exactly, Vijay. And welcome to the stream, actually. Good to see you. Right. Watford with the spell of possession at the moment. A long throw in there. It's not particularly cleared. Somerville tries to clear it. It's still one back in the possession of Watford there. A lot of tacky down the right hand side, but Archie Gray has been kept very, very busy at the opening couple of minutes or so. So Andrews is going to be the one taking the throw in for Watford. And it's an interesting decision to throw all the way to Pollock. Interesting stuff playing from Watford's perspective. Kayembe does very, very well to beat the challenge of Somerville. Good spell of possession there for Watford currently. Pollock. Kayembe. Then there's Deli Bashiru there. Porteous. Now it's going to go to Jamal Lewis. Recognise him, of course. And again, good tackling this time in the other side of that back line for Leeds from Sam Byron this time. Throw in now going, and now they're attacking the left hand side. Is Jamal Lewis still on the ball? He's up against Dan James. Bit of a mismatch for me. Good recovery from Rutter, and then it is cleared away by Porteous, and it's going to be now in Leeds' possession. Pretty positive start for Watford at the moment, actually. If Rotherham loses to Millwall on Monday, they will be relegated. Yeah, mathematically, they will not be able to stay up after that. Because I did say, I don't know if it was my predictions, or it could have been my predictions and my relegation video as well, is that it's going to take 2 games to relegate Rotherham. And there you go. They've already taken one of the games. It is this next game that will determine their fate. And I do see Millwall picking up a result there. Currently, I mean, if Rotherham are at home, maybe I could back them to get a point. Because I do think Millwall now are looking a little bit more comfy in terms of their relegation position at the moment with the fact they've got a 5-point gap. And imagine if they win and that could turn to an 8-point gap. I mean, that would be insane. You would then potentially discredit Mill from having any fears of getting relegated now. Yeah, exactly, Butera. No Gatsby, no party. Oh, where is he? That's a good question. I don't know where he is. He may be outside. I know that we had to when I was driving back today, he was just randomly sitting in the middle of the drive, and he doesn't have any sort of self-awareness. When there's a car, he needs to move out the way. So it does fear the whole family that one of these days a car's going to drive quickly, and he thinks, "Oh, friendly car," and then it doesn't stop for him. So he's yeah, he a bit of a character really, and I think there was a dog that walked past our drive-by today as well. And he just, couldn't talk to him. He was just absolutely keeping laser eyes on that dog. So yeah, he's had a bit of a busy day today. Again, some feistiness in this game at the moment. Somerville looking a little bit frustrated with the tackles he's been facing, which, you shouldn't really be surprised, Somerville, to be fair. You're proving to be one of the best players in the Championship this season. He's moaning about Kayembe, which, yes. Well, I don't think Kayembe needed to fall over there. You saw the size difference. It's different. There are 2 relegation places to play for, and it's between Blackburn, Plymouth, Birmingham, Huddersfield, and Wednesday. Yeah, I think so. I think Stoke should be okay now. Oh, that's almost comical by Kayembe thinking that he pushed him hard enough to fall over. Yeah. So Millwall and Stoke look pretty safe to me now. But yeah, you would argue, I can't count, 20th place downwards would be in danger. 19th place downwards, I think. Or could even be 18th. Who knows? Yeah, I think 18th place in the table downwards are still in trouble, which is still a huge cluster of teams. That is 6 teams? 17? Yeah, 6 to 7 teams. Wow. What an incredible season this has been. This will definitely be a memorable season. And could you imagine if it's a memorable season where Leicester do not get promoted in first? It's still not over yet because Leicester have that game in hand. But if Leeds win today, blimey, that position is way under threat because Leeds do have a superior goal difference to Leicester. Right. Oh, good direct ball there. I tell you what, Watford have started quite positively at the moment. Here's Andrews, a little 1-2 play. He's still got possession of the ball. He wants a corner. And I believe the corner's been given to Watford. I don't know why he would have left the ball otherwise. Yes, corner to Watford. Positive stuff for them. I've been quite impressed with them, so far at least. I think it was good play between them and Esprilla to create the 1-2 play in the right-hand side of the pitch. First set piece of the match is for Watford. Let's see how they deal with that. Corner's been delivered by Esprilla. Headed away, still in danger within the box. And looks like another corner's been given. Another good header this time by Sam Byron. It's been a busy start for Leeds. It's not been comfortable. And I don't know, should I be surprised about that? I don't know. I find that I was expecting Watford to look okay, but then it's eventually Leeds to really take over. I mean, maybe that's a bit premature for me to say. It's only 7 minutes in. Corners coming in. Right, that's not a good grade as a corner. It's good header by Rutter. Shot comes in, and it's straight at Melier. That's the first shot of the game, straight in the comfortable hands of Ilham Melier. Oh, this could be a mistake at the back here. Referee's going to play on. Oh, I tell you what, Watford are looking fabulous at the moment. And ball's gone out of play. Frustration there for Asprilla. I don't know what Melier was doing there. He tried to deliver the ball quickly. So the shot was very comfortable. And then it's not the greatest of clear goal kicks for Melier. Yeah, it's definitely the fault of the goalkeeper, but gosh, he may have got away with one there. Watford did not really take their chance there. I think they almost felt surprised they were actually presented a big opportunity like that. So Watford looking quite good at the moment. I've got to be honest. I definitely, compared to the last game I saw Leeds, where right from the get-go they dominated, this has not been that at all. Watford have looked really physical today so far. Jamal Lewis now with the cross, and Melier looks like he's kept it out, and it won't be a corner, it'll be a goal kick. Your pessimistic side believes that the promoted three might be the same three relegated teams from the Premier League. Yeah, I think everyone's still, well, it's not everyone, but I still think majority of people are going to think it's that as well. Oh, look for space here. Leeds have now gone on the attack. Dan James, oh, he just loses out there. I tell you what, just almost blink and you miss it. It's reading to chat, and then before I know it, Leeds find so much space in that midfield and deeper midfield area, and they nearly execute the counter-attack perfectly, but it's not. The pass from Bamford wasn't particularly good for Dan James. Okay, Emily, hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How is everyone's Good Friday going today? It's been a relatively good day. The day before, I actually went to a pub quiz, where I like to say I got absolutely shafted by my company, because we had, I mean, one thing I wasn't aware of is that all my colleagues have formed two quiz teams, but did not invite me to those two teams. So I had to join a team that was basically formed on the day, and had to basically almost do the work myself, because I had my whole team was self-confessed non-quizzers and there for the ride. So I'm thinking, oh, that's just great, isn't it? So I had to kind of do the quiz by myself, and we were 100 points behind at one stage by 2 rounds, but then by round 5, we closed the gap to 50 points in the end. So had a little bit of a comeback in the past couple of rounds, and we definitely weren't all sober doing this as well. So yeah, all of it was really, really fun. Really, really fun. The journey back wasn't. If you knew about the trains, you can probably understand why, but I'll explain that later on, because I could literally go on a tangent about it. So yeah, today's been recovery day, but it's been a good day as well. Great football and great time with the family. Right, here come Watford again. They're looking really dangerous here. Andrews. Oh, no one in the box, does it? Okay, Watford won a penalty. It's not going to be given. Not enough contact for me. Oh, great. Kayembe now on the ball. That's a gorgeous ball to Jamal Lewis. The touch is all right from him there. He's up against Sam Byron. He's got some options there. Here's a Asprilla. This Deli Bashiru. Porteous. He's got options now. And the ball's been kicked out because the player that went down for Watford wanting the penalty. I think it was Emmanuel Dennis. What happened there? So Andrews, and then it's between him and Ampadu. I don't think. Oh God, I did not notice that. He stood on Emmanuel Dennis. When I looked at the first angle, it didn't look that bad, but nah, that studs down on Emmanuel Dennis's foot. Oh, that's nasty. Accidental, but oh my gosh, yeah, that's terrible. Didn't look as bad. I mean, that angle doesn't really make it look too bad, but yeah, it's the follow through there. Oh gosh, that's nasty. As long as Ipswich win the league, I'm in two minds now because I made that bet, didn't I? I wanted to finish second personally, just so that I don't have to perform the bet and Ipswich still go up. That'd be nice. My day is going fabulous because I'm now spending this evening with you guys. It was either that or watching the Barbie movie downstairs, and I think I opted for this over the Barbie movie. I mean, I watched 20 minutes of it, so I was thinking, yeah, I think now it's time to stream. Oh, what a shame. I sure hope Ipswich gets promoted. We'd love to see one for founding members of the Premier League return. Be a huge moment in that history, and you don't often get too many towns going into the Premier League. I find a lot of them are cities, or at least a good majority of them are cities. So the fact we could see a town now back within the Premier League, whew, excites me. It really, really does. I've been, you know what? It can't just be me. I've been so impressed with Watford so far. I think the ignorance in me is just seeing their league position, and it's made me underestimate how good they can be. I'm just thinking, where on earth was this side under Ishmael? Aggressive. Their passing has been relatively good as well. Creative ideas with their attacking play. Leeds have barely been in Watford's box. I don't think even they've had a touch in Watford's penalty box yet. Although that could be about to change because here comes Dan James. He tries to weaver his way past the players, and he does go down as a result. But the referee's not given a foul. On a positive note, Sorba Thomas is back on Monday. Oh, that could be big. That could be really big, actually. Did I predict a draw for Huddersfield Coventry? I felt like I predicted a draw. And had I remembered that Sorba Thomas was suspended, I think I would have gone for a Coventry win. So that's my fault for me not doing enough research. When's my next stream? I don't know, Emily, but I do want to stream soon. I don't know, maybe Easter Monday. It's going to be quite difficult Easter Monday because I'm going to have family round, so I don't want to be antisocial. Is there 3-1 Coventry? Well, must be a bit of a bittersweet moment then to Huddersfield to lose, but at least gain 3 points within the Prediction League. Well, I'll be able to find out later on anyway, because there he is, legend. That is Sir Elton John. He is watching Watford play against Leeds here. And I think he's got to be impressed for what he's seen. So, oh, hang on. Like, that could be an amount of change. Here comes Leeds' first attack. Here's Somerville. Oh, what a save. Oh, my God. Literally out of nothing, Leeds nearly score. This is the danger of Leeds. If you give them too much space, they could create a chance just like that. And without, it's not great defending, in all honesty, by Andrews there. Doesn't really anticipate Somerville's movement well at all and gives them way too much space. It's a good save by Bartman, actually, who's come under a bit of scrutiny in a couple of games. Had a long period out. That's not the greatest of corners in the world. And I think it's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, that's not one of the best corners from Dan James there. I'm going to be interested to see how he recovers. Obviously, Dan James had a pivotal moment in Wales' chances of qualifying for the Euros. They will not be going to Euro 2024 since they lost out to Poland on penalties. A harsh way for them not to qualify. But you've got to score all your penalties. It's really as simple as that, to be honest. Oh, Ben Bloom has just posted his highlights for Ipswich and Blackburn. I'm going to watch that, actually, because I want to see if they were nervy at all. Because, from what I recall, there was at least 2, if not 3, disallowed goals that Blackburn had. There was at least one of them for offside, and there was another one that was flagged for a foul on one of the players. I feel like it's going to be one where I'm going to be thinking, oh my gosh, Ipswich are lucky to get 3 points there. Which has been, I've got to be real, a lot of the time this season. It really has been. But it doesn't matter currently. They're still top of the table for now, unless Leeds can find a goal. Which, I've got to say, they have had the best chance of the game so far. Literally out of nothing, because for about 90% of the game, other than that chance, it's been Watford that have been the team holding on to the ball and looking more likely to score. I think that chance for Leeds has swung the momentum a little bit. I think it's made Watford a tiny bit nervous. And now Leeds are sensing that they can now attack. I think that's the danger of Leeds. I feel like if they can figure out one passage of play that can get a chance, they're just going to keep peppering the opposition with those passages of play. Right. It's Leeds who've got possession of the ball at the moment. Here's Glenn Kamara. Oh, that's a good pass. Rutter. Somerville, who's still got a bit too much space. Dan James, and good tackling there, and good defending for Watford actually. Again, aggressive, but I think that's what you need to do. You need to show the aggression in when you play Leeds a little bit. Oh, that's not the greatest of touches there, and the opportunity is missed. A bit of a missed opportunity there. Oh, Somerville's limping. That's not good news for Leeds. What happened there? Okay, right. Well, I think what happened was Somerville tried to stretch for the ball, may have pulled something, and then what happened is that Porteous just outrightly went studs down on Somerville's foot. So a bit of a double blow there, but I think he looks okay now. Thank you, Emily. Love that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I'm loving the support that these streams are doing. Okay, this could be a good chance for Watford here. Cross comes in, deflection, corner. Right. Can't miss any moments here. You know, each time I talk to the chat, it feels like each side is creating a really big chance. So sometimes I wish I need multiple clones of me just to do one thing and then to do the next thing. Right. It's Watford's third corner of the game, if I've been counting correctly. Maybe I've forgotten a corner completely, but it's been at least 3. It's Asprilla taking the corner, number 18. Cross or corner comes in. Rutter with the header. And yeah, throwing Watford by the looks of things. So we're nearly at the 20-minute mark. How are we doing regarding the stream? What sort of targets are we going to be setting? In fact, I don't think I've set monetization. I have not. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Leeds kind of playing out from the back at the moment. Well, 9 likes actually, which is not bad actually, considering we're at this stage of the stream. If you've not smashed the like button yet, please do so, guys. It really does help. Let's go for 20 before half time. Maybe that could be a bit of a stretch, but that's 11 likes in 25 minutes. That's the maths. So if you guys can do that, that'll be absolutely amazing. I am really, you know, would be really happy if you guys can do that. That'd be absolutely amazing. Just a quick. Oh, maybe Leeds have an attack. Hang on. Spare the thought, because I'm just about to show my subscriber total. Leeds are on the attack here. Somerville. But great defending by Porteous. And that's been the difference so far. Leeds like to do that intricate passing play within the top 4. Or I say the top 4. The front 4. They like to do those little small passages of play. But they've been really pressing them really well, effectively. And because of that, they've only had 1 meaningful chance in the opening 20 minutes. Right, I think the opportunities have gone now. So for subscriber count, we have just hit 2,520 subs. Thank you guys for the fantastic support. I've pinned Blue Terrier's comment right from before the stream even started. So please hit the like and subscribe button. We are trying to get to 3,000 subs now. 480 away. Oh, the through ball. Oh, if that through ball wasn't so powerful, Leeds would have gone through on goal. Yeah, try to play Bamford there. But Bamford's barely touched the ball. He's only had 2 touches, apparently. So that says a lot. So if you guys have not hit the subscribe button, please do so. It really, really helps the growth of this channel. I really do appreciate all the support that you guys do all the time. What do you think your prediction is? Are you talking about this game? If it's this game specifically, in my video, or my score predictions video that is, I have to specify now because I've actually done quite a few videos this week, which is a rarity for me. I've predicted 2-0 to Leeds. Goal scorers really could be any of the top 4. Or you could get a set piece moment where you get an Ampadu header or something. Okay, is Dan James. And I think a free kick. Oh no, offside. I was going to say, I was a bit confused why they stopped the play, but apparently Somerville was offside when he received the ball from Dan James. I'm going to say that's good marking for Watford as well to play the offside trap, because that's actually quite a deep offside trap, actually. Looks like it's a throw in to Watford. And again, I will reiterate, I've been actually quite impressed with Watford so far. They've looked rather decent. Rather decent in this game so far. There's not really much I could say Leeds need to do to Watford need to do to improve. The only thing I would need to say is that they need to start creating chances. I've been impressed with their approach to the game, and they've been quite aggressive. Right, Kayembe definitely did wrestle. I think, was it Ampadu to the ground? No, it was Kamara. Yeah, definitely very, very clumsy from Kayembe there. He's got to be quite careful there, otherwise he will get booked. Because he's already been given a little bit of a warning based on the 50-50 he had with Somerville, so he's got to be quite careful there. Yeah, Bamford's a very touch and go player, I find. He can hit fire form where he scores in consecutive games, and then you can also see him going through a form where he's just not scoring in consecutive games. So it's one of those ones where, you know, it's like a tap, really, which is really how I describe Bamford. He's either on or off it. Based on how this game's gone so far, he's been way off it. Free kick awarded to Watford. Oh, is that Andrews who's down there? He's still down. I mean, the tackle didn't look particularly great. I don't think it was anything warranting a card of sorts. This is really good press from Dan James there. And he wanted a corner, and I don't think it's been given. Watford's problem this season is the players didn't respect Ishmael, whereas Cleverley was club captain last season, and ultimately he has the respect. I mean, that's how it's looking at the moment. Watford are playing definitely not a team who are 14th place. I'll say that. They look like a team that should easily be in around Hull's position, I would say, like chasing top 6. Oh, okay. I mean, I tell you what, the feistiness in this game is exciting me. But then this could also mean we can get some stop starts. So we had a high foot that connected with Ethan Ampadu's face. Who was that? It was so it was Porteous who tried to jump over Ampadu, but his leg sort of like it just caught. Or was it Rutter? No, it was Rutter, sorry, not Ampadu. Caught Rutter in the face a little bit. So, whilst I'm loving that Watford are showing a bit of fight, they've got to be quite careful. Because if they fight too hard, then ultimately they're going to get players risking potentially getting suspended, which I did actually look into. I don't think my theory for the yellow cards was correct in all 3 of the videos. Because when I looked into it, the 5 yellow card rule, I believe, applies for only the first half of the season. And the 10 yellow cards is only to game week 38, which has literally just happened. So I actually think after then, it's 15 where you get a ban. So, apologies there. I didn't really, well, I clearly didn't do enough research onto the rules, but there was a lot of assumption there. So I'll just say that there, here and there. Thank you, Emily. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. We'd like to see Deeney return to Watford as a coach. Definitely not manager, based on what I've seen with Forest Green. But I would definitely like to see him involved within the training side of it. You know, he could easily work alongside Cleverley. if they've got a great relationship. They've been playing together for a really good amount of years. Again, like each time when Leeds get the ball, Watford are really quick to win the ball off them. And Leeds are having to kind of really play retreat football a little bit. A lot of clearances from them, which is quite unusual for them. Like Byron there was against Emmanuel Dennis, where he didn't look completely convinced that he was going to come to win the ball from Dennis. Yeah, I mean, Forest Green at this moment of time looking like they're paying the price a little bit, but I tell you what, that is a scary bottom three. Because I mean, they've got Steve Cottrell now, I think, who is definitely a good EFL manager, maybe past his time potentially, which we're probably seeing now. But honestly, it's despite Colchester winning today, which was an unbelievable moment for Colchester. I did see Newport as being one of the very few winnable games for Colchester in the last couple of games of the season, but because Sutton won, and that was a big win against Salford as well, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a very tough competitive bottom three, and you could see Colchester get relegated. You really could. I can't remember the running specifically, but I do know Colchester have got more of a top three to play as well. Am I tired? Oh, I'm always tired, Emily. It doesn't help that I'm always tired, but it also didn't help last night where I didn't arrive home till 1 in the morning, which definitely wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. It's down to the trains, which I'll again explain around half time because I'm really going to go on a rant and a tangent if I do speak about it. But if I look tired, I apologise. But it's down to the quality of transport last night. I'm blaming it on that and totally not the fact that I decided to drink out in my work company. I'm just blaming that. Right, so 28 minutes in, Leeds now having a bit of a spell. Glenn Kamara. He's finding Bamford, manages to get around Espria there. But Leeds struggling to break Watford down. If that is correct, it does look like they are going for a back five, Watford, which is meaning that Leeds are finding it a little bit difficult to get a meaningful chance. Referee's just awarded a drop kick because I think the referee got in the way from attack there. It's in possession of Watford. Porteous now. And with a good spell there, here's Andrews. Kayembe. Where... Okay, I was going to say he didn't pass to anyone, but Jamal Lewis managed to recover it well. Porteous again. I've been really happy so far with how Watford are playing. This has been a game with few chances. I would say that, but I've strangely really been enjoying this game. But I've been enjoying speaking to you guys as well because I was going to say, how on earth is it half an hour already in this game? It has felt like that this half hour has been flown by, pretty quickly actually. So, despite it being very few chances and goals, I've been really enjoying this. Here comes Watford again on the counter attack. Espria with the cross. Shot! Oh, what a save! Shot for the rebound. Goal! Watford have scored. And I've got to say, they have earned it. They have played really well in this first half. Oh, my goodness me. And here's Harry the Hornet celebrating with the Watford players as well. It is, I think, I think it may have been Bayo. Was it Bayo who scored in the end? I thought it was Dennis that got in front of him, but it wasn't. Right, what happened there? So it was Kayembe that starts with his aggressiveness, wins the ball back, plays the ball to Jamal Lewis. Espria, it's Dennis with the shot, and it is Bayo who follows it up and gets the goal. So I was correct about one thing. It was Dennis that had he had the big chance, Dennis. He was like a couple of yards out. Great save from Melier, but it rebounded very generously to Vacuum Bayo, who finishes it off in the top corner. It is 1-0 to Watford. This could be a really big goal for Leicester and Southampton and Ipswich. This is a huge goal. And I don't think many would have predicted Watford having to start like this, but they have been really good this opening half hour here. Leeds are falling apart again, says Blue Terrier. Let's not go that far yet. There's still a whole hour of football, which could change very quickly. Leeds, for instance, have got a free kick now. If Leeds concede another goal, they fall down to the playoffs. That is true, yeah, because of the goal difference situation. That's right. I think that's the case. I don't know if it... Does that then match them? Let's actually look at the table quickly now that you've made me think of that now. What does that mean? So, Watford with this goal should be on 51 points rather than 49. Which will mean they do climb up the table a little bit. Leeds fall down to second, or they remain in second, sorry, my apologies there. They have a plus 41 goal difference currently. Leicester with a plus 40. Can I count? Oh, plus 40. Oh, yeah, they do. I did not notice, but Leicester have scored more goals than Leeds, so that is why they will fall down to the playoffs. Yeah, you're correct, Watchalong fans. Sorry, I overdoubted. Yeah, Leicester have scored more goals than Leeds, so yeah, indeed, if Leeds do lose by a 2-goal scoreline, they will fall into third. And Leicester will actually move up a place into second by even losing their game today, which just tells you the craziness of the Championship. Right, Cooper's kept the ball in play and has played it back to Melia. So let's see how Leeds respond here, because Leeds have been... This is not... Oh, this could be a chance for 2! Chance! Oh, what an incredible tackle. My goodness me. Leeds' back line is all over the place today. I don't know what's going on. So it's Melia, and then I would really question why he played it to Ampadu there, because he could clearly see that Espria was playing, you know... In football, we say man on, and he would have absolutely got a, you know, he had a man on him. Espria robbed the ball off Ampadu, but what an incredible tackle it was by Joe Rodon. That really could have been 2. As easy as that. I think that chance was easier than the actual goal that they scored in the end. Blimey. I got to tell you this, Fark will not be happy with this, because defensively... Leeds have been trying to get the idea that they really have got things sorted out defensively. But based on this game here, my goodness me, they do look quite shaky. You know, they looked very comfortable defensively at the start of the game, but definitely in the last 10 minutes or so, they've been quite shaky defensively. And Watford will feel encouraged to still go out their same way. And it's another set piece for Watford. They've got a free kick about 35 to 40 yards out, which I don't think will necessarily create a goal, but at least create some form of opportunity in their penalty box. And it doesn't reach anyone. It's a goal kick. Bit of a waste of time, that one. Thank you again for turning up to the stream. It's terrific to see so many people here today. What a moment this is. Watford 1, Leeds 0. I don't think many people would have predicted Watford to score first in this game. If any of you had predicted Watford to get a result against Leeds, I'd be very, very impressed. But based on how they're playing, and I called this. Did I not call this in my promotion video? If any of you, because not many people have been watching my 3 separate videos this week about the promotion, top 6 and relegation. But I can specifically remember one of the things I said is that I think Watford is going to be a tougher game than most people may think, because Watford have a new managerial bounce currently. I think it will eventually wear off, likewise with most managerial bounces, but the first couple of games when you're playing the side with a new manager, it is absolutely dangerous. Right, here comes Sam Byron. He plays the ball back to Liam Cooper. Tell you what, because of the pressing that Watford have been able to do, Leeds have been passing the ball back like really, really consistently. Now here's a good run by Joe Rodon. Somerville, good defending, although it's still not cleared. Somerville, strong tackles coming in, but it's still won by Leeds. Is Glenn Kamara now. Somerville again. He's up against Andrews. Andrews does Oh my goodness me, what a goal that is. Oh my gosh. I was just going to say, we had a warning sign within the first couple of minutes or so that Somerville versus Andrews was a bit of a mismatch, which was basically Leeds' only chance of the game. It happens again. It's 1-on-1 between Somerville and Andrews. Oh, could be straining an offside position there, but the referee or the linesman does not spot it. So that may have been a disallowed goal if there was VAR involved. But, you know, Ipswich may have had fortune with their goal, to be fair, or the fact that Blackburn didn't equalise themselves. So I cannot complain about referees getting decisions wrong, because it did look like Somerville was in an offside position there. But I cannot fault the goal. It was an impressive strike. I mean, it was one of those ones thinking, you know what? I'm not even going to scream and act shocked. It's what Somerville does. It's his 60th goal this season. What an incredible goal that was. And within 7 minutes, Leeds are already level. What an absolutely brilliant response that was. Incredible. That was an impressive goal. It was. It was an impressive goal. I can't fault it. It was an impressive strike. And Somerville, I've got to say, has been definitely a strong contender of being Leeds' best player of the season. And that quality there is exactly why. Blue Tail is saying the referee Huddersfield had today was awful, and it doesn't get much better on Monday either. Oh dear, that's definitely not what you want to think about the game being written off because of the referee. Okay, this could be a chance. Denny Bashiru, okay. Then Espria, but Espria's touch is pretty poor, and it's cleared away by Cooper. Watford now trying to lead the attack here. They've won a throw-in. I tell you what, like this past 10 minutes or so, it's been pretty end-to-end. But I tell you one thing that needs to happen. They need someone else other than Reece Andrews to is it Reece? I think this could be his first name. If it's not, I apologise. But they need someone other than Andrews to mark Somerville, because he's really been struggling today. You know, the other three Leeds players have been pretty well nullified by Watford's defence, but Somerville has been the only one who has actually had a bit of joy today. You know, and that's against a back five as well, which tells you the individual quality that Somerville has. Yeah, I agree. Batman did stand a chance. He won his space brilliantly. Ultimately by poor. Oh, this could be a chance for Watford. Oh, again, really heroic defending. This time by Liam Cooper. Oh my goodness me. So Jamal Lewis this time on the left-hand side, and oh my gosh, wow. Liam Cooper, captain, still doing really, really well. And that's a really impressive interception in the end. You know, it could have been Bayer, actually, who was looking for his second goal of the game. Corner comes in. Fortis wins it, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Oh, yeah, Dennis is definitely going to want a goal. Cross comes in, headed away by Byram. It's won back very well. Watford still in possession of the ball. There are too many referees who think they're celebrities and want it to be about themselves. I mean, I'm not looking at Mark Clattenburg as an example. I know he's a retired referee now, but you saw the career path that he's going down now. You do wonder if they do actually think of that. All this... Oh, it did look like that Watford could have got something there, but they do miss out there. Right, throw into Watford. This has been an enthralling game to watch. I've been really, really satisfied with this. Andrew's taking the throw in there. Ayembe manages to get the better of Ethan Ampadu, which is a sentence I don't normally say, because Ampadu is typically one of the strongest, most fierce players in the Championship. Okay, a little bit of play going on the left-hand side. Here's Espria, who's been fundamental a lot of the time for Watford. Jamal Lewis with a floating cross. Does look like it's cleared. A bit of desperate defending still from Leeds' point of view as well. And Emmanuel Dennis with some brilliant pressing, preventing Leeds playing out an attack, and he's won a throw-in for Leeds. I've been so impressed with the work rate for Watford, but my only concern with this is that they're working their absolute behinds off and are not winning the game. What what this will mean for me is that Leeds will then slowly but surely pick them apart second half, I feel. Because I do think you do got to give them credit with the way that they're playing, but I feel like if you are going to be playing like that, you need to be winning those games and taking your chances. And whilst Watford have played quite well, apart from the big chance that they had, which led to the goal, they've not really created a lot at all. So that'll be the one thing that I think they've done a little bit. They've lacked in most of that game. But other than that, they played really well. And here they come again. Here's Asprilla with a shot deflection, and it's wide. Corner, Watford again. Are Chelsea doing okay this season, says Vijay. They have been doing really well, actually. And it's rare I give Chelsea praise, but they are in a brilliant run of form at the moment. And not only this, they're looking confident, and I can't believe it. They're looking so confident, but it really does come with a downside. Chelmsford need to get promoted this season. They have to. The lone players they've brought in have absolutely turned their season around. And if they lose them, which ultimately I think they will lose them if they stay in the National League South this season, they will plummet down the table again, in my opinion. Corner taken, header, it is on target, but it's very comfortably saved by Menion again. You know, it's not an easy chance that, but Menion made it look really, really easy to save. Which tells you some pretty good goalkeeping there. Some good pressing for Watford still, but Kamara's on the ball. Is Somerville, who's just done really, really well trying to win a foul for Leeds, and they've done really, really. Somerville's done unbelievably well here. He would, in terms of Leeds' man of the match, undoubtedly it's Somerville at the moment. He's been the only one who I felt has been able to really, really rattle this Watford side. I think the other 10 players on the pitch, Watford have actually done quite well to make their football known. This could be a chance here. Watford now with a chance. Emmanuel Dennis. Some good feed. Oh my god, what a goal! Again, I've been so... Oh my goodness me. What a game this has turned out to be. So Watford score first. Leeds fight back. But just before half-time, 1 minute before half-time, it is Emmanuel Dennis, who I said 1 minute ago he looks desperate to get a goal today. He had that point-blank save which denied him that goal. And that is definitely a good decision as well. He's been played onside by the positioning of Joe Rodon there. Brilliant feed, gets past Cooper, manages to curl the ball past Rodon. Menier can't get my words, I'm so shocked. Menier can't get a strong hand to it. It goes under his arm, and it's a good goal. It's right at the corner, great power. 2-1 Watford. Oh my goodness me. Do I think did I finish my exams? I've not finished my exams yet. I've got at least 3 more to do over the next 2 years or so, but I could potentially pass one by a couple of weeks. I'll find out the result in a couple of weeks. We've got 3 minutes of added time, by the way. So that goal really has come at a really bad time for Leeds, really. They would have loved to go into half-time drawing this game based on how they've played. Wow, what a moment this is. Right, Somerville again. Can he individually get a goal? Right, so he's passing it to Archie Gray. And then here's Rutter, who's not had a really big part in this game so far. Rutter has done quite well there, though. He's managed to win the ball back, and he's done really well. Oh, have Watford cleared it? It looks like they have cleared it. Right, I tell you what. I was saying that Rutter's not been involved in this game, but when he has been involved, he has done what he needs to do. Watford now trying to hold on to the ball and to try and just keep a calmness there. Do I think Chelsea will dethrone Yeovil? As a straight answer, no. I think Yeovil are too far ahead now at this stage. I looked at their game today against Torquay. I know Torquay have got their off-field issues with administration, but I thought if this was a game at the start of the season, I would have backed Torquay all the way because they looked so impressive at the start of the season, Torquay. But their off-the-field issues are now really affecting the players on the pitch. and they're demotivated. And as a result, Torquay are now in danger of back-to-back relegations, which is really scary for Torquay United there. But yeah, in short, no, Yeovil look too far ahead for me. They will be winning Lateral League South, which will mean Chelmsford will have to try and go by the playoffs again, which again is not great. But the fact that they could finish second or third, it means they don't have to play a playoff quarter-final. It goes straight from semi-finals and finals. And I actually think it's only one leg with quarters and semi-finals. So if Chelmsford are second or third, then Chelmsford only need to win 2 games to get promoted. They are really, really good, Yeovil. I've been really impressed with them this season, and I'm really pleased for them in a way. They obviously had I've forgotten the name of the player who passed away quite recently for Yeovil. They had that tragedy to deal with, and they've responded fabulously well this season. Took relegation like a champ, and have really, really wanted to hit back. And they deserve it. They deserve to go back to the National League. It's just a question to see who joins them, really. If there's any side I do fear who could overtake Chelmsford, or could at least beat them in the playoffs, I think it could be Braintree. Braintree have been quite a good team this season. Hampton, Richmond and Borough have been a very underrated side, but they've had a good long unbeaten run. Oh, I thought that could have been a chance for Watford, but they do flag for a foul. And 3 minutes is nearly up. Surely it's nearly half time, and it is half time. Wow, what a moment is this? And Vijay coming in with the £5 donation. Thank you so much, Vijay. That is fabulously appreciated. Thank you so much, my man. For an Easter cuppa, I tell you what, I really am craving a cup of tea right now, ironically. Can't make one though, because I've got to stay plastered onto this seat. But what a half this was. Watford, I can already tell from the opening 5 minutes, they've looked really strong, very aggressive. And Leeds, I don't think we're expecting it. And I think that is strange for me to say that Leeds have undermined an opposition, but I think they have. And I feel like the international break may have come at a really bad time for Leeds, considering the momentum they were riding. But when you also think about it, a lot of their players were out for international duty, and Watford, I would dare say, definitely did not have as many players out for international duty. So I think, again, Leeds will become good. I think second half you could anticipate that it's going to be Leeds absolutely chasing for 3 points. Not even just the equaliser. Leeds have been so ruthless this season, is that they'll be gunning for 3 points, which is their mentality. And that's certainly what Daniel Farke will be wanting from this Leeds side as well. But this has definitely made things interesting. And Watford are showing, with a new manager and a managerial bounce, you could beat almost any side in the league. And right now, they're in a privileged position, going 2-1 up at half-time. Melies made like a couple of saves, but not really like any saves that have really astounded me. The only save that's really astounded me was the point-blank save he made with Dennis, which has ultimately led to Watford's first goal anyway. Backman, he's made a couple of saves. He made the very good one from Somerville in the opening 5 minutes or so. And then he had one from Rutter where Rutter had a bit of fortune, but he did manage to ghost his way past that back line and did force a good save in the end. It was one in his near post, which you would expect to save, but it was still, decent body positioning there. And that's really like one of the very few times Watford were really under pressure in the box. But if there's any player who I think could help Leeds get back into it, it's Somerville. I mean, we've said it already this season. What an impressive player he has turned out to be. His goal today was spectacular, and I can imagine that he's going to be wanting another goal as well. I feel, we've noticed that with the aggression for Watford, they have been really roughhousing the front four especially. And Glenn Kamara as well has really been taking a lot of beatings as well. But Somerville, has been involved in a load of beatings. But that tells you how good Somerville is. He can be absolutely kicked to shreds in this game, but he can still find a way to still get past his defender, find the space, and still hit a quality goal like that. He is unbelievable. But he is currently on the losing side at the moment because Watford are leading by 2-1. Let's now see what the table looks like after this. So, Oh my gosh, I'm really not excited about this because to remind people or people who may have just joined, I've made a bet at work that really do not think Ipswich will win the league this year. They could get promoted, I've made it clear that I think they could get promoted, but I've outright said they will not win the championship this season. And I said if they did, I will shave my head to a buzz cut. I don't think I'm just going to do it for the fun of it. I may just turn it to like I don't know, like a charity event or something, because it's like something like that I'll never do. But it's something that I definitely will turn it into something positive if that does have to happen. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So because Ipswich are winning at the moment, it's making me a little bit nervous. But there's still 7 games after this. A lot can change. Ipswich got some tough games as well. Anyway, so this currently means Leeds sit in second. If they concede another goal, Leeds, they will fall below Leicester, actually. So Leicester will actually move up a place despite losing today, which is crazy. Watford, currently with a win, puts them on 51 points. Still bottom half of the table, which is crazy. And despite Bristol City picking up a win here, they still are plastered into 14th place. Sunderland picked up a rare win today, so yeah, they missed the opportunity there, but they've closed the gap, to be fair, to a side like Cardiff as well. So it is definitely looking like that this is going to be a very similar mid-table at the end of the season, and then you've got your playoff chasing sides there. But I tell you what, look at this from Hull. A game in hand, but 6 points behind Norwich. It's really down to that Coventry game, isn't it? So I'd be really, really, really happy with the performance. I've been happy with the game. I was fearing that this game might be a bit of a damp squib based on the standards that we've had already, but this game has more than delivered, and I'm really, really excited to see the second half. So you can see here, my praises for Watford were not exaggerated. Look at this, their attack momentum has been practically majority Watford, and I am giving them all the credit about it. If we go by stats, you will see here, Watford have even had more possession than Leeds, which is something I actually did not expect. XG-wise, you can see Leeds only had 0.17, which has practically all been created by Somerville, because he's really been the only one forcing chances. I mean, that goal from Somerville there, I've just seen it back, is sensational. Now, yeah, I do think it should have been disallowed, because I think it knows Byram, actually, who played the ball to Somerville, who got the assist, who was in an offside position. Yeah, sort of build up, and then, yeah. Oh my god, it was 2 offsides. Oh my god, I didn't realise. It was actually 2 offsides that led up to that goal. Right, that is quite poor on the linesman's part that he didn't notice both occasions. But either way, that is an impressive goal. I'm almost pleased in a way that we got to we were able to see that goal, because it's an unbelievable quality goal. And the Watford players didn't, raise their hands for offside, so maybe they didn't know either. 6 shots to 4, 5 shots to 3 there. Watford edging it in the attacking stats as well. And then Dennis tried to do his best to mimic Somerville. He can never do it, but he did really well with it. He took the ball really, really well. It's Kayembe again, who's just really making his aggressive presence known in this game. And I've been really, really impressed with what we've seen. I guess now, by tradition on these streams, is like, what would I do? So let's see with Watford. I would be tempted to not make any changes to that starting 11. I think it's got a great balance about it. I think at some point maybe we can put on Ratovic for some freshness in the striking position. Livermore could be there potentially for some experience. Tom Ince as well could play there as well. I think those are the 3 that stand out to me. Leeds, on the other hand, for me, Bamford has really done nothing. So I'll put on Joel Piero. I would be very tempted to put on Jaden Anthony as well. Maybe for Rutter, to be fair. I don't think defensively they need to change anything, but I just think they've got to be quite careful. And actually, I would put on Junior Firpo for Sam Byram as well. Those 3 will be the ones that I do for Leeds, because I've got to say, Firpo, I think, was one of the best players I've seen for Leeds in their last game against Millwall. Charlie, great to see you. It's absolutely brilliant to see you. He's been playing the lino. I don't know, but that is two shocking decisions that the linesman did not notice. League One Liam and Barnsley level Byron, says Charlie. Oh yeah, how are you reacting to the game so far? I've almost forgotten that you're a Leeds supporter, Charlie, supposedly. So how have you found the game so far? I mean, I have gathered that Watford are playing so well at the moment. I think they've definitely got this managerial bounce about them, and I will be interested to see how long it lasts to the end of the season, because Watford are playing like a side who are trying to chase for playoffs, where I do think the opportunity for playoffs is slipping away from them. Oh, Gatsby's coming. Right. Are you ready, guys? I think Gatsby's about to make an appearance. He's scratching down my door. Come in. Hello. So, Gatsby's appeared. He's found me. Where are you going? You can go through here. Okay, make a noise going up the stairs as well. Come on. Yeah, making a lot of noise. Hello. What? Hello. So I'm here. Can't quite see him at the moment. Let's see if I can get an angle where you can see him. Angle. Hello. You've been. That's the friendliest you've been today, so that makes me think that you want something, but maybe you genuinely just wanted to fight me. Right. Which way do I have to turn? Yeah, I have to turn the camera this way. No, Gatsby, don't go this way. Come on, this way. This way. Okay, that's not really as close as I wanted it to. I'm not going to be able to see quite well. Hang on. There he is. You can see his face. Here he is. So, Blue Terrier, here's your wish. Here's your Gatsby. We can now officially have a party. He's right there. And he's looking actually really, really happy, dare I say. Actually looks very happy. Ooh, there we go. Back to our prime position. Okay, so how have you guys reacted to this half? I've got to say, I'm really, really happy based on what I've seen in this game so far. Yeah, I've been really, really entertained, actually. Really, really ecstatic that this game has definitely lived up to the hype so far. I'm hoping the second half's going to be more of the same. I've been really, really pleased of how it's been going so far. Ipswich currently winning the championship at this moment of time, but have played a game more than Leicester, where Leicester can still overtake them at this stage. But yeah, this is incredible. So, based on what's coming up for my channel, tonight I'm going to be making the graphics for week 40's games. I'm going to record the video probably afternoon tomorrow, and I'm going to release the video evening tomorrow. So, very short turnaround of time, but we need to get it released as quickly as possible. You know, with the fact that we've got a really short turnaround of time. So yeah, that'll be coming out. So don't have a lot of time to make my predictions actually. So it's going to be interesting to see what I predict there. And then after Monday, it goes a little bit calmer, you know, with the amount of games that we are going to have to predict. But then after that, you know, you really do have the final stretch with 6 games left, but most sides have that need to be playing. League One Liam, Barnsley, one Bayern. Yeah, I'm not. I did call out Melier that he had that clearance where he just booted it, and he also played that pass to Ampadu where Aspria was on him as well, which is basic stuff. If you've got a man on, you don't play the ball to someone that's got a man on him, and he did exactly that. It was you know, the fact that Watford didn't score from that, it could have even been the worst scoreline. What do I do if I was Tom Cleverley? Keep doing as you're doing. They can't go home, Leeds. You know, it's the worst attitude that they can have, really. They need to go for this. And it's not over. It's still only within 1 goal within it. And I always feel that if Leeds do get an equaliser, they will find a way to get something out of this. The fact that Leeds got that equaliser but then conceded another goal, to me, that's quite unusual. That is quite unusual. To even see Leeds concede more than 2 goals, it's rare. Really, really rare. Which I think just tells you how well Watford have played today. They've been really aggressive. They've really have earned those chances, but they've been clinical with them as well. You know, I've got to say, Meslier only made 1 all-right save, which was the point-blank save from Dennis. The other saves he's made has been quite routine. So it's not like that Watford have been peppering Leeds with chances and Leeds were holding on for dear life. You know, it's just when Watford have attacked, they've looked very deadly and clinical doing so. Right, we might nearly be ready for the second half, actually. There's a couple of players training on the pitch at the moment. So, I think I've got a little bit of time to talk about my train story yesterday. But just before I do that, if you've not hit the like button on this stream, please can you do so? That would be absolutely amazing. And I've got to give a shout out to Vijay, who has donated today. I really, really appreciate that. We're on 10 likes currently. Oh, I don't want that. There you go. We're on 10 likes currently. So guys, if you've not liked the stream yet, please do so. It really does help the growth of the channel when you do that. Could we go for 20, 25 likes probably? That'll be a really good target today. But thank you guys so much for the support. We want Firpo. You know, when I, you know, Charlie, when I break down what subs to make, Firpo for Byron was one of the ones that I suggested. So I agree with you. And then for subs, we've actually gained quite a few subs today. We're on 2522. Thank you guys so much for the terrific support. We are already the halfway stage from 2,000 to 3,000. Well, we need 478 more for 3K. So guys, if you've not hit the subscribe button either, liking or subscribing, they all really help the growth of this channel. Right, I'd like to talk about the train story, which I probably will do still, but the second half is literally just about to be kicked off. It's Patrick Bamford who's standing over the ball. He's going to do the honours. And when he does kick the ball, it will be the second half. And he has just done that. So, can Leeds find a response? My thinking is that they will get a response of some kind. The question is, if they do get a goal, will they be able to find another one after that to potentially get 3 points? Leeds have got 45 minutes to turn the game around. They've undoubtedly got the players to do so. Already, Leeds looking quite dangerous there. Headed away. And it's a throw-in. Right, already showing more threat in the opening 30 seconds than they did for most of the first half. I think it may have been Sirialta who headed the ball away. Going back on the ref, Brad Collins should have been sent off. He sarcastically clapped the ref when he was booked for time routine. Oh, you see, the thing is, the sarcastic claps. I feel like that in the letter of the law, it states you should get sent off. But I've seen very few cases where players have actually been sent off by sarcastically clapping. It may have happened once, if I remember right, but I don't think that offence is actually really being penalised enough, because I don't think it actually barely gets penalised anyway. Oh, okay, Somerville going to the right-hand side. Oh, it's collected by Barkman. Wow, okay, so definitely Leeds are going into the second half with some determination, based on what I've seen. It may be in the law of the game, but I think the problem is the consistency. I think, if I think about it, you know, I think I can only think of that resulting in red for only one occasion in memory. But it happens a lot, and it just doesn't get penalised. It's like the referees don't know what to do with it. Right, this could be a chance for Watford here. Jamal Lewis with the cross, and Archie Gray defends it. It's a corner to Watford. Oh, man, what absolute welcome that is. I was just about to take a swig of water. Matt, welcome to the stream, and he is coming with a £5 donation. That is so generous, Matt. I really appreciate that. Everyone, do give Matt a warm welcome. I'm sure you know who he is. He's recently just hit 60,000 subscribers as well. Oh, corner comes in, headed. Oh, it's headed away. Oh, it's not the best of headers by Pollock there. He'd be wanting to do a bit better than that. But already the first set piece in the second half. Yeah, that's a good chance by Pollock there. Probably should be hitting the target. Wow, I mean, what a game this has turned out to be so far. We've had brilliant performances, great individual performances for a Leeds point of view. All this could be a chance. Oh no, look, Sirialta does get ahead of Bamford. Right. I'm seeing that this front four is looking really, really up for this. My goodness me. Emily, welcome back. That Somerville, he's good. Oh, he is good, Vijay. And I'm glad for you being a Watford fan, you can acknowledge that as well. Yeah. Once again, thank you, Mal. He has said, Mark Robbins, Sky Blue Army. Honestly, that I think definitely Coventry fans will be really pleased with the way results have gone today, maybe with the exception of Norwich winning today as well. What a legend, Matt. Looks like Blue Terrier has forgiven you now. Brilliant. Coniston as well with the donation. My God, guys, you've been so generous today. Thank you so, so much. I was not expecting this. Blimey, what a stream this has turned out to be. We've been treated with an absolute classic of the game. We have Gatsby, who has just appeared, and we've got so many lovely people. Thank you guys so, so much. I just found a great opportunity streaming this game. Not many people were doing it, and I wanted to do stream today. So there you go. And this was the most convenient time to do so. Watford now in possession of the ball. And a bit of a calmness there. Right, it looks like Kamara's trying to outpress Kayambe there, which is never going to happen if you saw the size of him. Oh, a bit of playing out from the back from Watford. Got to be a bit careful with that. Bamford's looking very desperate for a goal here. Not the best of clearances from Batman. But then it's one back. Okay, here's Tom Dede Bashiru. It's going to pass it to the right-hand side now where Andrews is. And then here is, oh, that's Dennis. Yeah, that's quite deep. Right, Espria, he's got a big chance there. Right, Jamal Lewis, he's got a load of space. He's taken a bit too long on the ball. Archie Gray has been unbelievable. Absolutely. There's been very little occasions where players have gone past him. And I've got to say, sorry, if I didn't say thank you, Coniston, really, really thank you so much again for the donation. I can accept defeat, but it's annoying when you feel that it's the likes because of your own doing. Yeah, I think those ones are quite tough to take, I find a lot of the time. I think when you acknowledge in a performance, if you performed well but lost, I do think that does feel a bit better in a way, unless it just happens consistently. Right, Jamal Lewis again, and it's caught by Melier. You're lucky dude today. Oh, I am. You know, Emily, I'm taking it. Colchester winning today, last minute winner, which they've not done in a long, long while. The only unlucky part was Sutton winning as well, so Colchester are still only 1 point clear of relegation. Chelmsford won 4-1 against Dartford today, where Chelmsford notoriously have a really bad record against Dartford. So that was great as well. Oh, here comes Somerville. That could be a good opportunity for him to get a second. Great save by Bartman, and it's a corner to Leeds. My gosh. Again, to reiterate, each time I spend like, 10 seconds looking at chat, Leeds just form an attack. That's how quick they are. So it was, oh yeah, I believe that was Sam Byram actually who put the free ball there. That was a great free ball actually. Somerville and gets past Sirialta, and that's a strong save by Batman. It's been quite busy in this second half already. Yeah, more composed and confident in front of goal. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. Confidence is a massive factor to how teams do well, which is why when I saw Leeds get that quick turnaround and get that equaliser, I thought it's going to be a pretty routine situation where they'll start winning by a cricket score. So the fact that Watford were the next team to get the goal and not Leeds surprised me. Right, that is a strong challenge on Dan James, and they've won a free kick in a pretty good area of the pitch actually. Dan James just making himself very, very tricky. Jamal Lewis just races in a bit frustrated, I think. And Leeds have won a free kick in a pretty dangerous area. It's having the best Good Friday ever. Oh, they are, absolutely. And Matt, I'm going to reveal something that I wish I didn't have to think about, but this is something that is generally happening. So you probably have been experienced with workplace banter before, but this is taking it to a whole new level. So you may know I work in Ipswich, but I've made it very, very public within the workplace because there's a lot of football supporters in Ipswich and Ipswich fans. But I've said, like, throughout the whole time, even when Ipswich were winning or within the top two. All right, hang on, free kick's been taken. Header. Oh, it's not cleared. Oh, what a goal line clearance that is. Oh my goodness me. Hold that for. I was just explaining a story there. Right, Somerville, the free kick. It's headed back into danger by Cooper. I think it was Byron who gets a header. And was it Sirialta that heads it off the line? Yeah, ball's kept in play. Byron, I mean, that's poor defending by Lewis. Doesn't really anticipate the ball at all. And Sirialta, what an important clearance that was. Yeah, Watford haven't done too well second half so far. It's been Leeds. Although here comes a chance of Spria. Oh, but great defending. This time by Joe Rodon. Right. Yeah, so the story. So I've been quite adamant that Ipswich weren't winning the league, even when they were second and first for quite a substantial period. Now that they're winning the league again, I'm a bit nervous because I made a deal that if Ipswich get, well, I can't get my words. I'm nervous in saying it because it's quite a big bet. So if Ipswich win the championship, I will officially shave my hair into a buzz cut. And I think what I'm going to do as part of this as well, I'm going to turn it into like a charity thing. So I might raise money for charity for doing that as well. So I'll just turn something bad in my misfortune to turn it into something good for others as well. But that's only going to happen if Ipswich win. They are currently winning, which is making me a little bit nervous with that. But I am holding hope that they've got Norwich coming up. They've got Coventry coming up as well, Matt, as well. They've got Hull. They've got Southampton as well. So in my head, I'm thinking surely those games will stop them winning. But then I thought today they could drop points against Blackburn. And maybe they should have, because Blackburn did sound pretty unlucky not to get at least one goal. Basically, amount of disallowed goals they had. But, you know, what I didn't expect was potentially not only Leicester, but Leeds losing as well today. That I could not predict. Shot, and it's over the goal. Leeds with another opportunity by Rutter this time, and it's a goal kick. I will. You know what? I might actually change my channel to Lex Luthor Predicts or something, if that does actually happen. It's not happening. It's not happening. You know, I still have about 90% confidence that's not happening. The only way that's going to happen is not because of Ipswich winning, it's due to the teams around them not being consistent enough. Which sounds crazy for me to say, you know, considering how much we were praising Ipswich. Ipswich as well, but Leeds and Leicester this week. You know, I was making my video about the promotion thinking this could be the first season where both these sides, or two sides, get over 100 points at the end of the season. And that can still mathematically happen, but those two defeats today, potentially as it stands, it's not really supporting my case at all. It really is not. Oh, thank you. At least someone likes my hair. Thank you, Emily. I do appreciate that. Right, we're 10 minutes in, second half. Definitely a much stronger half from Leeds so far. They've been the only one making chances so far. Watford have had the odd spell trying to go on the counter-attack and have had a couple of set pieces, but nothing anywhere close to what they were offering in the first half. In the first half, it was pretty substantial that Watford were the stronger side. But yeah, Leeds have come in the second half so much more stronger. Yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Really do appreciate it. How are we doing with the stats point of view? Are we still on 10? Have we gone up or down in the light? We've gone up in the light time. We've gone up to 12. Guys, let's go for 20 likes if we can. That would be absolutely amazing if we can get that. That would be terrifically appreciated. Thank you guys as always for the terrific support. For the sub count, we are on 2522, as you can see. So to do the quick maths, we're 478 subscribers away till 3,000 subscribers. That would be incredible. Right. as I'm talking about that, we are going to get the first substitution of the game. It's going in the way of Watford. Emmanuel Dennis, who did look like he had a bit of a rough challenge just now. He is coming off the pitch. So one of Watford's goal scorers is coming off the pitch. Claps the fans, and he has absolutely earned his plaudits today. He has had a brilliant performance. Great individual goal to get Watford's second goal. And it is Kone, by the looks of things, who is going on the pitch to replace Dennis. Yeah, Ishmael Kone. Canadian. I didn't even realise he was Canadian. I was saying to Benjamin Bloom earlier on Monday when Leicester play Norwich, Cod fans will want Leicester to win and Ipswich fans will want Norwich to win. Yeah, honestly, it's crazy the levels that fans will go to make sure it's the benefit of the other side. But yeah, Norwich have got a big say because they've got Leicester, then Ipswich back to back. So I spoke about in my promotion video or my promotion preview video that Southampton have a major say as they have to play all three of the potential candidates that could go up. But then Norwich themselves, they've got a huge say as well. Now, I do think Norwich are more likely to beat Ipswich. Reason being, they've got a very strong record against Ipswich, and it is at Carrow Road, which they've proven today that they are very, very strong at Carrow Road. Leicester need a response, and Norwich might not be the best game that they're going to want to play against right now because they are playing with a lot of great confidence. Emily, you are too kind. Thank you so much. Even Matt's getting all the love here, which he absolutely deserves. Right, we're nearly approaching the hour mark. What is everyone's thoughts of the game so far? In terms of who I think will get the next goal, I still think it'll be Leeds. Leeds are looking not stronger in the second half. But I'm not getting the sense that it's only taking a matter of time. You know, Leeds aren't completely peppering Watford yet. I know Batman's made a couple of saves, but Watford have looked relatively solid throughout the game. They've gone with a back five today, which I did expect. You know, I think a lot of teams will be going for that, considering the quality of Leeds' front four. And I've got to say, all of them have been nullified very well, with the exception of Somerville, who's got Leeds' only goal here. So I think Watford have done really, really well to show a bit of aggression, which I think has really been probably the area that Watford weren't expecting. You know, this situation now with Jamal Lewis and Archie Gray, great aggression from Jamal Lewis to win it from Archie Gray, where Archie Gray has been brilliantly defensively, at least for the majority of the season, and Archie Gray lunged in almost as frustration, you know. So I think this aggression side has really made things work. Shot from Pollock there, and it's blocked away. Now here come Leeds on the counter-attack. Dan James is going to pick up the ball. He's up against Sirialta. A very long diagonal ball, who it does... Oh, it looked like it was going to find... It did look like it was going to find Somerville, but I do think there was a small touch by Andrews. And because of that, Leeds have got a corner. Did it get a touch of Andrews? Let's see. Yes, Andrews got a header. Andrews is trying to claim he was fouled by Somerville. Not a chance. I don't know. I mean, he could be down with the fact he had to run quite a fair bit. He had a small collision there. And I feel like Watford now are just going to try and do every trick in the book to time waste the best... try and time waste the best way that they can. Leeds with another corner. I've got to say, that's a huge pocket of space, like in the one half of the penalty box. Barkman does punch the ball away. Brilliant goalkeeping there. And in fact, Watford now trying to lead out the attack. Referee plays on. Great advantage play by the referee here. Jamal Lewis now leading the ball. That's Kayembe. Not the greatest of crosses. It's easily defended by Archie Gray, although it's actually won back by Andrews. So clearly he wasn't really hurt for very long at all. And the attack's gone. It was a bit of a shame. Watford did look like that they were leading their counter-attack, but just a little bit of hesitation in their decision-making affected that. Right, here they go again. Jamal Lewis. Great block by Cooper this time, and a corner Watford. So Leeds had looked like that Leeds had a good spell in the opening 10 minutes second half, but since then it's been a bit end to end, a bit 50-50 about where the ball has gone into play. Referee just talking to Somerville quickly. Maybe he's just getting almost enough complaints from him with the amount of times he's been kicked around, which, because of how good he is, he's going to be kicked around a lot. You know, if you've been kicked around a lot, you know, recognise it being because you are an unbelievable talent. You know, just look at Bellingham currently with Real Madrid. Right, Esprio taking the corner. It's not the greatest of corners. Kayembe slices the ball completely. Can they keep the ball in play? They do somehow. Sirialta. And yeah, it's gone. Opportunity wasted. Thank you so much, Emily. That's truly appreciative. Right, so Firpo coming on, Charlie. You may be excited to hear this. Junior Firpo is coming onto the pitch. Daniel Farke is throwing his first roll of the dice to try and change things. It's Liam Cooper who's going off for Junior Firpo, actually. So that's interesting. So I'm anticipating Byram's going to transition to centre-back, where Firpo will be in the wing-back position, I believe. Because I believe Firpo was one of Leeds' better players, actually, when Leeds last won before the international break against Millwall. Do you think it's more realistic for Coventry to get into playoff final or the FA Cup final? Oh, that is a great question, Matt. So, for playoffs, you need to win majority of your remaining games and get past whoever your playoff semi-final is, which it's going to likely be Southampton or Leicester or Ipswich or Leeds. I mean, now that I think about it, the quality of the top six is going to be absolutely insane this year, isn't it? And then you've got a one-off game against Manchester United. That could really go either way, to be fair. I've got to say, probably the FA Cup final. And it sounds crazy for me to say that, but it's because it's all based on one game. If you can win that game, that's a final at Wembley, which is unbelievable. You're already playing at Wembley before you need to think about the playoff campaign because of the FA Cup, which is incredible. So I think it's got to be the FA Cup. You know, whilst I do think they could get top six, there's so much uncertainty still with who Coventry have to play, and you're still relying on teams like Norwich, Preston. You know, you've got to throw Preston into it now, actually, because they won today. You've got to think of Norwich, Preston, Hull to continue slipping away. Oh, that's a decent ball. Can Melier get there? He just about gets there. Goodness me. That was a good through ball, actually. Nearly finds Kone, but it is Melier that gets there first, and another potential goal prevented. Could be both. Yeah, that's a very strong point. Really could be both, to be fair. What time will this game end? Right, so if I do the quick maths here, it's going to end in 25 minutes plus stoppage time, which I think we're going to get at least 4 minutes. I think it could be 4. I'm going to predict it's going to be around 5-6 minutes of added time. So next half hour, so just before 10 o'clock, I think this game will end. So this stream will end around 10 o'clock-ish as well. I've got to say, this game has actually sped by so quickly. I've been so entertained by you guys. You guys really do make me want to stream. You know, partly it's due to the game, you know, interesting to see what's going to happen within the game. But it's you guys that bring the stream to life. So I'm really, really grateful that you're spending your Good Friday, your bank holiday today, spending time watching me react to a game. Oh, chance for Dan James. Oh my gosh, that could have been a good chance for an equaliser there. Patrick Bamford tries to get a final touch. It wasn't the cleanest of strikes by Dan James. Let's see this again. God, that's a strong chance here. I didn't really react to it because that's a huge chance. Right, so Dan James, just outside the box. It's not the most powerful strikes, but Bamford nearly times his run to perfection. If he got a touch to it, I think even with Bamford having the Jamie Vardy curse currently and not looking too confident in front of goal, I think he would score that. I really think he would. Yeah, I think Coventry are good enough for 6th place. Whether Blue Terrier agrees, I don't know. I feel like he may have slowly forgiven you now. I tell you what, this whole season has been absolutely crazy. It's been a shame for me that work has kind of got in the way of me making more individual content, because part of what Lex Alexis was not only predictions, but was making championship content. And the competition is fierce. You know, Matt will know that you've got some brilliant championship content creators that you've got to try and stand out with from, and there's been very few ideas I've done at least that have stood out, and if I have made those ideas, they would have at least been taken by others as well and have improved upon by better quality as well. And for this year at least, I've not done a lot of individual stuff that's not been predictions. You know, this week was like the rare exception where I did 3 separate videos that was not predictions, but performance wise, nowhere near what Let's was even used to, like even before 1,000 subscribers, which, you know, probably have not helped in that front with the fact that my channel's almost turned into a prediction channel these days. And if it has to be that, then honestly, that actually might suit my time, to be fair. So it was an interesting insight because those 3 videos did take a long time to make, and they certainly did not perform to the standards that I was hoping. But I think something like a stream here and the predictions video, where I nowhere near spend as much time as I do with those videos, they overperform by a long way, which I expect. So it's a weird thing, really. You know, the audience, you know, really takes to things that you probably just don't even expect. Oh, so basically, Emily, Huddersfield and Coventry played against each other today, and you know, both wanted their respective sides to win. You know, just football banter, really, Emily. It's nothing serious. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, I'd like to know. Emily asking a question for Matt. When is your next stream, Matt? Something I'd like to know, actually. Potentially, it's going to be good Easter Monday. I don't know if I could stream Easter Monday, to be fair. I think I've got family coming around, and the last thing I want to do is be antisocial to them. So yeah, probably not Easter Monday, but I probably could do the next game week after. Or could I? Oh, I don't know if I can. If there's like a Sunday game next week, I could do it. I was thinking I could do a Saturday one, but I don't think I can actually. So maybe next week could be the next time I stream. Who knows? Who knows these days? Still 2-1 Watford. Let's just point this out. 20 minutes of normal time left. It's still 2-1. Did I say 2-1 Coventry? I said 2-1 Watford. So still 2-1 Watford, still at this stage. I mean, wow, what a result this would be. For Leeds to lose their unbeaten run at this stage of the season would not be an ideal time for them to do so. And it will be an incredible day for Ipswich, because it means they'll be the only one of the top 4 that have actually won today. That is a rarity, to actually only have one side of the top 4 win throughout this season. And actually, if you get quite a few of the top, 4 dropping points, you typically see all 4 teams dropping points. So this is a rarity. It does look like Joel Piro's warming up. It looks like he's about to be brought on. I'm going to guess for Rutter or Bamford. They would be my 2 picks. I think Somerville has definitely been the best player out of that top front 4. And I think Dan James has done relatively well as well. Which I was interested to see how Dan James was going to play, considering that he did have that very, very pivotal moment in the Euro 2024 qualifiers, which was, you don't like to see any player to be the sole reason that their penalty doesn't send their country through to the Euros. But it's savage. It really, really is. And actually, all those playoff qualifiers were really, really close. There was another one that went to penalties as well. And I think the only one that actually didn't go to penalties, I think was one in extra time. I mean, they were really, really close, because obviously these nations had so much on the line. Leeds trying to go on the attack, and they don't find the player. Batman's collected the ball. Wow. So, just under 10 minutes. 10 minutes? I wish it was 10 minutes. Just under 20 minutes left in this game. Still 2-1 Watford. We're definitely expecting more substitutions, I would be guessing as well. Joel Piro is about to go on, I would say. Goal kick by Batman there. Just need a quick drink of water. Respect to anyone who can stream for 24 hours, because my gosh, your voice kills. It really does. Right. Seen as the play's not really gone anywhere at the moment, I've known that people have been waiting about this train story. So Emily's already pointed out I look quite tired, which I've tried very best to hide, but I'm absolutely shattered because I had only 3-4 hours sleep last night. So with it being the last day, Watford the counter attack. Oh no, it's good defending. With it being the last day of before bank holiday and Easter weekend, my company decides to throw a pub quiz. So I attended that. So attended that. My team didn't do so well because my team was literally formed on a day of a quiz and got completely screwed over by my company because all my mates who I thought I was going to be on the quiz team with have already formed their quizzes just when I wasn't there. I think I may have been on study when they did that. So that happened. Quiz happened. We had a great time. So many songs being jammed out as well. You know, we were all singing and dancing, all that stuff. You know, all fun office stuff. Then I looked to my phone to see that there's disruptions at the train. So I'm thinking, oh dear, that's not what I want to see. Job Hero's coming on, by the way. Who's he replacing? Georgina Rutter. Right, okay, not Bamford. It's going to be Rutter that comes off. I think equally, likewise with Bamford, hasn't done too much today. Joel Piero, I think, could be one of the players that they really need to just try and get more intensity in that front line. Anyway, so yeah, half the party. I would have had a couple of beers, and I've actually have not mixed my drinks, actually. Typically, the biggest rookie mistake I make is I mix my drinks, and it really kills trying to cope with it the next day. I decided, right, I'm going to stick with beer tonight, and actually, it was one of the best decisions I've made, because I was able to drink quite a fair bit and still be at a good tipsy stage. But I knew, based on how I felt, you know, just before I went to bed, I wasn't going to have too heavy of a hangover. And actually, I did not. The only thing that was typical of a hangover is that I just tried to have as much of a lay-in as possible. But anyway, why was I having only 3 hours sleep? That was down to my train not being able to take me to Chelmsford. So the penultimate train that I was planning to get actually cancelled, outright cancelled. So that actually gave me a good excuse to stay behind. We did music bingo, did all that stuff as well, all the fun stuff. Said goodbye to my colleagues and wished them a happy Easter. Walked back to the station in really good time, and actually it was nice in a way because the train was delayed and I'll explain why it was delayed. It was delayed by about 15 minutes, so it meant I was able to stay behind even longer, and I was able to walk without having the fear to run to try and catch the train. But then I arrive and the times get getting delayed, and I was thinking, right, something's going on here. It keeps getting delayed, and I knew for a fact it left the station before it went to Ipswich because I think it left Stowmarket. That's the one typically before it says, here comes Somerville. Sorry, could be a chance. Dan James. Oh, great defending by Jamal Lewis. Oh, brilliant defending. That is brilliant stuff. Is it cleared? Oh, Watford looking a little bit shaky here. Byram does well to win the ball back there. Okay, hold that thought. Leeds on an attack here. Archie Gray. For Somerville, he's got some space here. Bamford, Pirro. Oh, bit of deflections, and it's cleared. Okay, what's Dedi Bashir doing? He's chasing it back into danger. Right, okay. Leeds on the ball. Okay. I'll just go back to that because Leeds are looking quite dangerous here. Dan James. Right, they've slowed it down a little bit. They did look like they had a good opportunity. Right, sorry. Back to the story. Basically, 2 minutes before my train was going to arrive, they say this train will terminate at Colchester. And by this point, it was already 20 minutes late, and it was 11 o'clock at this time. So I was supposed to get a train at 22:11, which meant I would have arrived at Chelsea around 11:30. I got the news that the train was only going to terminate at Colchester by 11. So then went on that train, and actually I waited for the train for so long that one of my other colleagues who had to get the train to Colchester actually went on the same train as me. We arrived in Colchester. He was able to get picked up because he lives in Colchester. Lucky sod. Then I got stranded for about an hour and a half waiting for a taxi. So the train company, to be fair to them, they got taxis for everyone for free because it was out. They had to outright do that, otherwise we would have lost, our return ticket in the end. But for some strange reason, they dealt with the Chelmsford lot last, which surprised me because the majority of the people that wanted to go back home were from Chelmsford. And then the taxi eventually turned up, and there was at least, I'd like to say 5 to 7 people who I've never met before, but we all shared the taxi. It was like a little minivan, like a mini mystery machine or something like that. Then we arrived at Chelmsford, I like to say, at 12:30 at night. So that's considering the fact, it was around 12:30. So it probably wasn't around half an hour, hour and a half I had to wait, but there was around an hour I had to wait for. So we arrived at 12:30, and this is bearing in mind, had the train just travelled normally, I would have arrived at, 22:12. So that was bad, and then had to get the taxi back, and then I arrived back home at 1. So, yeah. Went on a bit of a tangent there, but that is why, in very, very short, why I look a bit tired today. I'm glad that there's still some debate regarding the Huddersfield and Coventry chat. I'm absolutely loving it. Right. So, just to briefly go by that, whilst I was explaining my story, there was another substitution for, hang on, Joel Pirro. No, he doesn't get a good touch, and Batman collects it well. I will catch up on comments as well, but there was another substitution as I was explaining my train rows for Watford. Or am I completely blind? No, I swear there was another substitution. I don't think Service Score's updated yet, because I think Bio has come off the pitch now. Yeah, I think he has, but it's not been updated. Right, so let's catch up on comments very, very quickly. How long have I been streaming for? Good question. So I started YouTube in 2019. And I've been streaming probably since 2020, pandemic, so around 3 to 4 years. Happy Easter indeed, Emily. Yeah, I've not really been saying the E word that much, but yeah, happy Easter to everyone, and thank you everyone for tuning in today. Right, here's Tom Ince. That is a substitution I know for certain that's going to happen, and it's Espria who's coming off the pitch, and it's going to be Tom Ince. Could you imagine like a 4-year stream? Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, if you're talking about the first stream, the first stream that I did, it would have been around 2020. I'm still trying to think what the first stream was. What was my first stream? I still remember my first video like it was yesterday, because I was a bag of nerves and I used a completely different editing software to what I use now, and it was an utter disgrace. It really, really was. I'm very outdated now as well, so I mean, I won't tell you what it is. You can look for yourselves. Right, Leeds on the ball. Right, still 2-1 with 10 minutes left plus stoppage time. Let's just point this out. If Leeds are getting something, they're going to have to do it pretty late on in this match, and they have brought some substitutions on to try and help them with this. Tom Ince now on the ball for Watford, and he's won them a throw-in. I'm really, really happy to see really, really good interactions there. Brilliant stuff. Right, so we've got 10 minutes here. If we're thinking about the next couple of games, my goodness me, they're crucial. You've got Leicester, Norwich, you've got West Brom and Watford. I mean, with how Watford are playing tonight, I think that's going to be a tough game for West Brom. So, Matt might be keeping his eyes on that West Brom-Watford game. Could be thinking of another slip for West Brom, potentially. Especially if Norwich keep winning the way that they're doing at the moment, they might have to think of West Brom being the team that they're going to have to try and overtake to try and get into that top 6 place. Why we're talking about trains? I was just basically explaining, Emily, why I looked tired, because you quite rightly pointed out I looked tired, and I am very, very tired. But it's down to delayed trains, and they've been manic all day. There's been no services, at least for the whole morning, which has been causing absolute mayhem today. I think it went down to overhead wires, which was due to high winds. Do I think West Brom could fall out? I need to have a look at their running. But I remembered when I was looking at the top 6 promotion and relegation, West Brom weren't heavily featured at all. West Brom, I think, have got a lot of sides fighting relegation, which could be a worry for them, because if they're going to play like they did against Millwall, that might be multiple games where they drop points. But then that also suggests to me, if they're not playing against a lot of teams gunning for top 6 and promotion, that they should have a lot of sides in mid-table, which I would imagine they still should pick up 3 points in. But it's down to how West Brom respond, because I think even when West Brom beat Huddersfield quite emphatically by 4-1, it was just taking that game as a for instance, because since that was quite recent, they were very poor first half, and it really just came down to some great quality in the second half, which had got West Brom the lead and actually got them to win quite emphatically in the end. Yeah, Rotherham are nearly down. They've been... The fact they're still mathematically able to survive is quite comical, but I think if they lose to Millwall on Monday, they're down. So, this could be a chance. Oh, my goodness me. Glenn Kamar's not happy with that. Referee's actually not flagged a foul for that. That surprised me. I think it did look a bit of a blatant shirt pull, in all honesty. Right, double substitution for Leeds. That's going to be their 3rd and 4th substitution. I can definitely see Jaden Anthony being one of the players that's going to be substituted onto the pitch. And Glenn Kamara is certainly one of the players leaving the pitch. I think Glenn Kamara's done an alright job, actually. And Sam Byram has come off the pitch as well. So Byram and Kamara off. Carl Joseph and Jaden Anthony have come onto the pitch. Some good, fresh attacking legs there, which I think is exactly what they need. I think Daniel Farke has thrown one defender off and has thrown an extra attacker on. I mean, it's almost now 5 versus 5 regarding attackers and defenders from each of the opposition. So, it's going to be interesting. Oh, it's going to be a chance. Oh, it's not quite cleared. Oh, it's an equalising goal for Leeds. What a crucial time to do it. It's Carl Joseph, who was on the pitch for like 20 seconds. He has already got that equalising goal for Leeds. Oh my gosh, what an ingenious substitution that was from Daniel Farke. He has been a difference. Right, let's see this again. I think it's Jaden... No, it's not Jaden Anthony. No, it's not. Somerville again. I mean, what an unbelievable player that is. Oh, this is one of the very few times where Watford do not clear their lines well at all. Somerville again just gained the better of Andrews. Joseph doesn't even get that strong of a shot initially. Who is it that gets the block in? It's not great defending. I've got to be real. I think it's desperate stuff, but they didn't really clear it that well. And as a result, Joseph took full advantage and got the rebound. It's 2-2. And you've got to say, with how Leeds have played second half, I think they did earn at least a draw. Oh, that's not a great clearance from Batman. So now it's now 2-2 in the 85th minute. You do wonder, can Leeds get 3 points here? They've got 5 minutes and probably another 5 minutes stoppage time to do so. That is crucial because it means Leeds are still second, but it means they gain 1 point from Leicester. Wow. I think Leeds have been okay, but I just don't think Leeds have been at their best. But hang on. Here comes Somerville again. Save. This could be a chance. Jaden Anthony. Oh my God, what a save. What an unbelievable save. And again, it is by the creativity of Crescencio Somerville. He is the best player in the league by a long mile. Every chance Leeds gets almost in this game has been caused by him dragging players out of position and playing the perfect pass. Jaden Anthony doesn't get the strong touch initially, but my God, he gets a really powerful shot. Great save by Batman. And just like that, within 2 minutes, Leeds nearly get 2 goals. Daniel James is about to take this corner. Right, this is not over yet. It's a game on if there has ever been a game on with that Joseph goal there. Not quite cleared yet. Ball is still in danger. Bamford hooking it in, and Batman catches it. You see, Batman is not trying to time waste here. He's still thinking that Watford could get 3 points here. He's trying to loop the ball long to try and potentially get some attacking opportunities here. But you've got more Leeds attackers on the pitch right now, and I do think Watford have definitely not get there. Oh, this is a great pull, by the way. Can Jaden Anthony get the ball to play? He can. Dan James, who's done very well to keep the ball there. Is Junior Firpo, another player who's made a terrific difference, is coming onto the pitch. Somerville, Andrews just gained the better of him, finally gained the better of him, and looks like he's down. I think he wants a foul, and it has been awarded as a foul for Watford, which surprised me. It did look a little bit soft. And one thing I've just noticed, I don't think there's been a yellow card. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I've been watching the same game as you, I don't think there's been any yellow cards. That has shocked me. Considering how aggressive Watford looked, the referee has definitely let a lot go, I've got to say. So we're now approaching the 88th minute, believe it or not. So 2 minutes plus stoppage time. And I tell you what, if we are going to get at least 5 minutes of stoppage time, I probably would back Leeds to get another goal. Because they are looking very desperate now, Leeds. They really want a goal. They realise, this is now the time that they need to do it. And considering Ipswich won just before them, they really need to get a result here. Right, free kick to Leeds. Junior Firpo winning the foul this time. I think he's wanting, the referee to pull out a yellow card. He's moaning about it. But yeah, the referee again letting a lot go. And it's good defending this time by Andrews. What we're going to do with this? Going to basically boot the ball away. That's basically their style right now. Right, some good individual play by Tom Ince. Oh, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Tom Ince does well there, to be fair. He does drive the ball forward a bit. Right, Watford are making a substitution, and yeah, pretty timely substitution as well. I would have argued the substitutions haven't been the best today. Right, no, Bayo wasn't substituted. Bayo is still on the pitch because he's being substituted now. Rajovic is coming on for Vacuum Bayo. A bit of a like-for-like substitution there. Which I think, cleverly, I would have argued he probably should have done that substitution earlier. But again, this is only his second game as a manager. I think that's one thing you've got to remember. I think it will only improve for him as games go on. This could be a good chance here. Joseph. Oh, brilliant defending by Watford in the end. Oh my goodness me. Wow. The through ball there was sensational. But the defending was even better. By both players, actually, to be fair. Both centre-backs did a terrific job. I like you've done a player ratings, Matt. I don't think I could ever do that. Right, did I not call it? We've got 5 minutes of added time. I'm weirdly psychic when it comes to added time. And, there's not really many reasons for me to go for that. The only disruptions we've had is just very, very few injury concerns. And then, obviously, the goal. So Leeds are currently a player down because Junior Firpo's tying his shoelaces. Can Watford take advantage? They're trying to go and attack, and no, it's defended very well. That's probably the only time they've actually been to Leeds' penalty box in the past 20 minutes. Sirialta against Carl Joseph. He's booted all the way. I hope it is Carl Joseph. I mean, because I know there is a player called Carl Joseph. I hope I'm not getting the wrong one there. Because oh no, it's Matteo Joseph. Oh no, not Carl Joseph. Carl Joseph used to play for Swansea. I've just been saying the wrong Joseph for the past 10 minutes. Oh, that's embarrassing. Right, Matteo Joseph. He's been fantastic since he's come onto the pitch. I've been so impressed with him. He has just added his energy that the front four was missing. I was expecting Pirro to kind of bring it, but he hasn't really. Bamford's still on the pitch, which I've got to be real, does surprise me a bit. I don't think he's been particularly great today. Joseph. Oh my goodness me. We make mistakes sometimes. I feel like I knew it was Matteo Joseph as well, but for some reason my brain went back to I don't know if it was last year or the year before, where Swansea got him in. He used to play for Wigan, because I seem to remember doing a transfer show on this exact player. It's 2-2. Leeds scored in the 85th minute, probably just before that. It was Matteo Joseph who scored the goal, and totally did not just call him another Joseph for about 10 minutes. Yeah, Mateo Joseph, who literally was on the pitch for about 20 seconds, scored for Leeds. And it was one of the very few times where Watford did not look particularly sure how to defend that situation. But almost immediately after, Somerville nearly created another goal. And it really, really is just... Oh, we've got a little bit of argy-bargy here. What's going on here? This is what I've been waiting to see. This game has been so aggressive, and it's now all of a sudden looking like it's boiled a bit. Still no yellow card. No. I don't know. Right, what happened? Okay, wait, I didn't see that well. Did it? I don't know if that was intentional. If it was intentional, that is very sneaky from Jaden Anthony there. That is very sneaky if that was intentional. I don't know. It didn't strike me as being particularly malicious at all. It was Jaden Anthony against Ryan Porteous. Whereas Porteous, who didn't particularly clear Joseph's shot that well at all. Yeah. No, it was Anthony against Porteous there. So a bit of argy-bargy there. Right, well, we're 93.5 minutes. Ampadu's just looking frustrated, thinking, when can I take this throw? He's taken a long throw here. Not cleared. In fact, yeah, it's not cleared very well. Watford looking a bit nervous now, which is definitely the wrong time to be nervous. One thing you can say about Leeds United, if they see you being nervous, they'll absolutely punish you. I think we're going to play slightly over the 95th minute because we did have the stoppage due to Anthony and Porteous. Watford do manage to clear though, and they are going to go on the counter-attack. Okay, Tom Ince is now swapping sides to cover the left side now. But the pass is not great. Jamal Lewis slips over, and now he's just invited another attack, this time for Leeds. Dan James on the ball, and he still keeps the ball there, and it's brilliant defending by Porteous, and he's won a free kick to Watford. Is that... I don't know if I just saw Dan James with a black eye. I don't know. Maybe the camera just did him really, really dirty. To me, it looked like he's been completely battered and bruised. Is this a point gained or 2 drop points? I think based on second half, 2 dropped. Personally, I know they've not even led at all in this game, but based on the impact that this game should have brought to Leeds, I think if it was based on the first half throughout the whole 90 minutes, it's 1 point gained, 100%. But I think with how Leeds played in the second half, I personally see that as 2 points dropped, because I physically have seen Leeds play better than this. I really have. And with the players that they go on the pitch, I just think a lot of them are just looking a little bit rusty. And it does give the feel that this team just needs a bit of time to get back to the swing of things after the international break, considering the style that they play. And, right, surely that's going to be a yellow card. No? Still no yellow card? Even though he's quite outrightly... Okay, well, Porteous has got his revenge on Jaden Anthony. He's outright shoulder barged him almost into the crowd. But it is a free kick. Jaden Anthony is going to take it. Goodness me, yeah, that was a crazy game the Huddersfield commentary won. Seeing the highlights and seeing the shots and opportunities Huddersfield got, it was certainly a bit of a nervy game for Coventry's point of view. Right, we have gone over the 95th minute. We're at 96 minutes, but I did say that we are going to expect this because of the break and play. Leeds still with a chance, cleared away by Watford. It is still a throw-in to Leeds. Referee still playing on at the moment. Right, I think is that... Looks like Ampadu again. He's going to be the one in charge of doing the throw-in. Long throw-in. One that Rory Delap would be proud. Headed. Booted away. And I think that is the full-time whistle. It is 2 points dropped for Leeds. And just like that, Ipswich are marching to the top of the table after Good Friday. I was not expecting to say that sentence after today, but that is exactly the case. Leicester drop all 3 points today. Leeds dropped 2, and because of that, the table now is absolutely insane. What a game this was. 4 goals. We were treated to an absolute thriller. It has ended Watford 2, Leeds United 2. Absolutely incredible. Let's now break away and see the table when it loads. Right, look at this, guys. Ipswich stay at the summit after that game. That might be an important point that Leeds might gain. Daniel Farke's not happy with the referee. I'm wondering... I think near the end of the game, they wanted a free kick for a handball for Watford, I think. So I think that's what Farke is on about. But clearly he's kept his cool enough for the fact that he's not been booked or sent off by the referee. So yeah, Ipswich top of the table, 84 points. Leeds with that point, they still remain in second on 83. Leicester, for the first time this season, drop to third place in the playoffs. Oh my gosh. Southampton miss a big opportunity to close the gap. They can only draw against Middlesbrough due to a late Emmanuel Letelar equaliser for Middlesbrough. West Brom could only draw. They missed arguably an opportunity to really make up some ground for the top 6. Norwich had to come from behind to win today to get to 6th. A very, very big 3 points for Norwich. Great days for Coventry and Preston too. They both won their games and are still piling on the pressure for Norwich. They both have a game in hand. Coventry have a game in hand against Hull. Preston have a game in hand against Southampton. Hull have gone through a bit of a winless run at the moment, and because of that, they are now starting to lose distance from the top 6. And ironically, I was giving Hull a bit of confidence that they could get into the top 6 in my videos, but I was very unaware about their slip and form, and yeah, they're struggling a little bit. Middlesbrough, you would argue, they will not get top 6 now. I think it's going to be too tough of a toll for Middlesbrough to do it. Good point in the end against Southampton away from home, but I think they needed 3 points to have any chance still. Cardiff lost today against Sunderland, arguably a shock result based on how Sunderland have been playing. But a good win for Sunderland, and it means for the battle of mid-table, it's not really changed all that substantially. Bristol City stay 13th in that. They have risen up a place from that win now, since Watford were momentarily keeping them down in 14th, but because Watford conceded that late equaliser, Watford remain 14th. Swansea pick up a point. Really doesn't do anything for them. They're not going down, they're not going up. It stays them in around that lower mid-table. Millwall with a point, I think an important point in the end. I know they were leading and they conceded a penalty, which caused Millwall, that's the team, to lose 2 points. But I still think a point at this stage was good. Stoke and QPR, what a day it's been for both of them. Brilliant wins on their part. Stoke picking up an away win against Hull, and QPR with an unbelievable thunderstrike from Jimmy Dunn. Absolutely incredible. You wouldn't expect those sort of headlines. I'm glad that Somerville's been given player of the match, by the way. He'd be my pick for player of the season. Absolutely. Just individually, if you took Somerville out of that team, I think Leeds will be half the team. I really think so. I think he's that important. Blackburn, Plymouth, and Birmingham all losing, so they are going to be the 3 teams outside the bottom 3 in trouble. Huddersfield losing today despite playing decently well. Sheffield Wednesday conceding that equaliser against Swansea, really gave them a missed opportunity. They would have been out of the bottom 3 had they held on, but they didn't. And that was probably one of their most winnable games gone and, slipped from their fingertips. So Sheffield Wednesday have still got quite a lot of work to do if they want to survive. And Rotherham, you can see that they can pick up a maximum of 21 points at this stage, which will put them on 41. So yes, that's right. If they lose against Millwall, they can only get up to 38. and that will send them back down to League One after 2 seasons in the Championship. Okay. Wow. Coniston, you reckon Leicester are bottoming in the league? Right now, my gosh, I don't know. I really do not know what's going on with Leicester at the moment. You've got like a front four, struggling with confidence, I think. I feel like it takes one game for Leicester to go back to their winning ways and their form, but I don't know. Leicester have got a tougher run of games than Leeds do, so it's then down to see if Ipswich can stay consistent enough to prevent Leicester from overtaking them back. That's really what it's down to, I think. I still think Leeds today has shown enough character that even on an off day, they can pick up points. And I do think that will give them the qualities to win the Championship outright. It just probably means they won't win it as comfortably as they probably could. Ipswich will win the Championship now, says Eugene. I'd love them to get promoted, but for my bet's sake at work, I really hope they don't. Lamborghini was not impressed. I don't know what Daniel was thinking with a change of a good lineup. Oh, I'm just seeing the Mehmeti goal now. Wow, what a strike that was. That's actually the first time I've seen that goal. What a strike that was. What a way to win. There's Ipswich. Right. I've heard it was a bit of a howler from Pears. Oh my god, it's even worse than I thought. Because even in reverse fixture, Pears was in goal for Blackburn, and he was at fault for at least 2 goals for Ipswich in their 4-3 win. Oh dear me, Pears has not covered himself in glory there. I'll tell you, Emily, in a minute. This will be the last thing that I do in terms of that. Who did Leicester have today? They played against Bristol City, where they were struggling for form. So it was a win that came out of nowhere, really. So pleased for Bristol City in a way. They can go again next Monday in the Championship. Yeah, it's all the same procedure, within a couple of days. That would be the one thing that I was a bit confused with tonight. I do think Daniel Farke tweaked the lineup too much, considering how comfortable and confident they looked against Millwall in their last game before the international break. Firpo, being dropped for Byron, was immediately thinking, okay, this is quite interesting. And then Bamford over Pirro already made me a little bit interested as well. So there were a couple of things that made me think, okay, this is interesting what he's doing there. But either way, they got a point. It's not the end for the world. They've gained 1 point from Leicester. And right now, it is still just as competitive as it has been throughout this whole season. So more twists and turns for promotion, top 6 and relegation, methinks. So we're going to do it all again on Monday. So I don't know if I'm going to be streaming Monday, but I will certainly be making my score predictions video very soon. So tonight I'm going to make the graphics. Tomorrow afternoon I'm going to record it, and tomorrow evening, so a bit later than normal, but you will see me upload my score predictions for week 40. So yeah, tomorrow will be the next bit of content for my channel there. Before you guys go, if you can smash the like button for the stream, it really, really would help the channel. It really, really would. I don't know how we're doing. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. We are on 16 likes. Oh my goodness, guys. Thank you so, so much. We are 4 likes away from 20. That'd be great if we can end on 20. That'd be brilliantly appreciative if we can. And in terms of subs, we have done quite bloody well today, to cuss a little bit. We are on 2,526. That's a good, healthy stream today. Not only a decent amount of interactions, good amount of subs as well, and some donations as well. I've got to give a shout out to Vijay, Coniston, and of course the Championship King himself, Matt SB as well. You guys absolutely rock and have been a huge part of why I choose to stream, from moments just like that. So we are 474 subs away from 3,000 subs. That will be the next target, which honestly could be possible. Don't know this year, but definitely can be something. If I can carry on for a little bit, we will eventually get. So thank you guys as always for supporting the channel. Liking the stream if you've not done so really helps. If you've not subscribed yet, please do so as well, because that number will just continue to climb based on your fantastic support. All right, you are the Championship King, Nat. You've taken the crown of Championship royalty. you know, you're quite late to the scene, but you know, you've hit the formula. You've hit the winning formula to cover all things football while still maintaining a good championship content creator. So it's crazy to think that we were both under 1,000 subscribers at the same time at one stage, but you've done tremendously well. If you've not checked out Matt, then you guys, I don't know what you're doing with yourselves. Check out Matt SB. He'll likely be streaming very soon. He'll be making his score predictions video very soon as well. But not only for that, but for the Premier League as well. So you will not be disappointed. So if I have to wrap it up today, I'll give you guys 1 more minute for comments and questions and stuff. But to quickly summarise the game, Watford played bloody well. They really, really did. They attacked Leeds. They were really aggressive. And I think it threw them a bit. I think Leeds underestimated the impact that Watford would give them. Watford scored first. In the end, bit scrappy, but the build-up to it was brilliant. Bayo getting the goal. And then the equaliser by Somerville was typical Crescencio Somerville. Just brilliant quality individually on his part. But then minutes later, Emmanuel Dennis mimics Somerville to the best way that he can, taking players on, takes a player wide and gets to the bottom left corner to make it 2-1 just before half-time as well. Second half was a bit quiet, but then regarding the last 15 minutes, Leeds were really, really pushed for that equaliser. They got it with Mateo Joseph just coming on as a substitution. He was literally on for 20 seconds and scored. And then in the end, it did look like that Leeds were more likely to get a third. Batman made a couple of great saves. But Watford still battled on and defended for most of the time really, really well. And they really earned this point. It's just time to go again in terms of next Monday. So Watford have got West Brom, where I think that's going to be a pretty scary game for West Brom, considering that their form is not the strongest. Leeds, they have to go to Hull. And Leeds, you know, are playing against a Hull side, struggling for form. So good opportunity for Leeds potentially to go back into things. So I think that's everything I need to say. Last couple of comments. Leicester was good to see. Yep. Thank you for a great stream, Matt. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Emily, thank you as well. I really appreciate the support from everyone. Right, I think hopefully we can be in a game in the future, mate. I'll keep in touch, Matt. We'll find a way. We will absolutely find a way about it. It's on my to-do list. It absolutely is. Right. That wraps it up today. I've really enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow, score prediction video, and next stream, just keep your eyes peeled. You will see a stream randomly appear. Right. It has ended Watford 2, Leeds 2. Leeds missed the opportunity to reclaim top spot. It is Ipswich who have an amazing Good Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with my score predictions video. Take care, everyone.